Okay. Good afternoon and very warm welcome to this weekly Facebook live events from Conscious World Agent. My name is Arturo Mazzaro.
And my name is Claudia van Zuiden.
And both together we are the co-founders of CWA, as we call it. Again, welcome. Today we're going to talk about silence.
Yes, silence. We actually thought, shall we start with silence? But then I had to cough a little bit, so that disturbed that plan.
And it was also really spiritual to start with a silent minute.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought. We would just start with our normal start, and then perhaps we can try a bit of silence and see how that feels. So thank you for watching. Lovely that you're here today, and we're going to talk about our post today that we spoke about or wrote about this week, and we've got a few announcements to make as well with regards to CWA, which we are really excited about. So.
And that will be at the end, but it's about the Experience Day and some new programs.
Yes, another program that we run, and we've got also another announcement for our people who already joined Conscious World Agents Experience Days. So that's really lovely to share, perhaps here as well.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and just want to ask also how you are. So it's always about us. In the way that we want to share with you what we do, but we also would like to know how you are. So if there's anything that you feel that is worth knowing and related to Conscious World Agents, or you want to share with us, please put it on the chat or in a message or on the Facebook page. We would love to hear from that. And later on we put this on our YouTube channel as well. So any comments that you feel that you want to share about Conscious World Agents and your experience, that would be great. So just want to let you know that we're really inspired by you as well.
Nice.
Silence.
Will you start or shall I start?
You should start.
Okay.
That's great.
Well, the post for I wrote this week about silence. It's about, in this, well, you already know it probably. We are in a moment in history that everything is going so fast, especially in the Western world, and I think also in the Eastern world, but I'm not there yet anymore. I've been there a lot, but in this Western world, everything is going so fast. We need to work hard. We need to earn money. We need to have a job. We need. And we're constantly pursuing that. But in the meantime, we have the real life questions for ourselves. Why am I here? What is my purpose here on this earth? I have a dream. How will I ever can achieve this dream? How will I make it reality? All these kind of questions that are really important for you, for your family, for your spouse, for everybody around you. But what you do is, and this is for a lot of people, maybe not especially for you, but a lot of people are focusing on the outside world, working harder. And in this strange time with lockdowns and these kind of things, I hear also people, well, I'm tired of sitting at home. The work it's so difficult to really focus me on the work, and then when they're at home, they're also the kids, and it's constantly running from there to there. But if you have these real life questions, how will you ever hear the answer if you're not going to listen? And the listening is only possible when you're silent. And in your normal relationships, a lot of people are not really listening well because they listen to react instead of listen to understand things. But when you talk about the spiritual life, your grow, your fulfillment, your dreams, you need to listen. And I can guarantee you, you will always get an answer. If you have the real question there for you, if you really want to know that answer, you will get an answer. I experienced it several times in my life already. When I was 40 and I was a manager in a company who provides all the electricity, I said to myself, I don't want to do this anymore. What will I do with the rest of my life? Well, I got a dream, and in the dream I was standing in front of a group of people, train them in personal development, leadership, team building. And now I'm doing this. But the universe is going to give you answers in at least two ways. The first one is via the heart. It's going to be so precise with one or two words, and that's it. But you can only listen, and you can only hear them when you're silent. And the universe will provide you with a lot of clues around you. You have to find out yourself what it means. And then sometimes you will see it in a newspaper, or you hear it on the radio, or a friend is talking about a certain topic. And then that relates to your question. That's how the universe works. And if you don't understand it, then again it's so important to be silent and ask the question to your heart. And then listen. And the heart will give the answer straight forward for you. So what can you do? What can you really do to listen better to your heart, to the universe, to the answers that you want? And we already said it, it's be silent. Be really silent. Take the time to take a deep breath. At least for 10 minutes every day. Just sit down and be quiet. And the mind will come in. It doesn't matter. Focus on the here and now. Focus on your breathing. And then you feel the relaxation in your body. And once you find that peace, that inner peace, that's the place where you are silent. That's the place where you will really hear the answers. But it's up to you. Do you want to go further in this rat race? Or do you want the real answers and change your life?
Yeah, deep today, yeah? Wow.
Yeah, and just another example. Once I was driving towards a trainer, and I heard several stories about that person that didn't relate to how I experienced him. So I was driving towards him, and we had an appointment about shall I work with him or not. And suddenly, on the highway, I had a flat tire, so I had to go to the side of the road and to change the tires. And then I thought, well, the tires are really well. Why do I have a flat tire right now? And then it came to me, okay, that's the doubt I have. I have the doubt about can I work with him or not. So I changed the tires, and then I said, okay, before I will reach his home, please give me the answer. Is this guy trustworthy? Can I work with him? So I went on the highway again, drove towards that city. I took the exit, and there was a huge truck in front of me, and that was so slow. And I was, come on, just do something. Go on, I want to go through that. And then I realized, why is this truck so slow? And then at the side of the truck, in really huge letters, it said, okay. And that was the signal for me, okay, it's okay to work with that guy. Mm-hmm. It's okay to have that appointment. And I told him the story, and he really laughed his ass out. He said, "Oh, it's so."
I don't know if I know that expression,
No?
but
All right.
I'll learn.
Okay, I don't know if that's the right expression. But. And he said also, well, this is the right question that you have to ask to yourself. Every time when something happens in your life, ask the question why. And you will get an answer.
Nice. That's a great example of that. I love that story.
Yeah.
And also the trust that you knew that answer was coming and believing in that. I think that was Astrid saying hi. Goedemiddag, Astrid.
Hi.
Lovely that you're here.
Good afternoon, Astrid. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely wonderful. And everybody else who's watching, thank you for being here and sharing this space with us today. So, yeah, wonderful story. The secrets of silence, we can only find when we are quiet, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lovely. Excuse me for having a little tickle in the throat. That happened just before we went online, so that's fine. Just got a bit of mint tea, and that should settle it soon enough. So, my post this week also about silence, funnily enough.
Uh-huh. We had the same topic.
Nice, amazing. We do that every week, in case you hadn't noticed. So we write about this topic and we contemplate on it a lot as well. And this week, silence, I really like that. Sometimes I really like a day of silence as well, to do a silent retreat. And why do I do that? Because it makes me aware of the internal weather that I have inside. It makes me aware of the thoughts that come and go and distract me often also of my focus or being present in the here and now. So the more I practice silence, the more I become aware of the thoughts that are unhelpful and the thoughts that are helpful. And when I then check in and see where my focus is, I can choose consciously where I'm going to bring my attention towards. So I like being silent. I like the noise of outside also has an effect of the noise inside. I find that with myself. So if there's a lot of busyness around me, then it has somehow an effect on me inside as well. So the more I practice silence, the more I can deflect the outer noise also, that sometimes can be quite overwhelming. And as I find, especially living back in the Netherlands, it's really busy. And there's so many people living in a very small country and just so much stimulation all the time. Luckily, I don't watch television and all these things. I don't watch the news because it's just so much. And we hear that more and more from people. So that silence, that inner peace, I find really helpful. And I wrote about when I was in India in 2017 to do some further training. My teacher at the time in the ashram, he was for a very long time in sacred mona, they call that. It's the sacred silence. So he would not speak at all. So you can imagine doing a teacher training and you have to ask all these questions of your teacher. It's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? He had other teachers coming in, but certain things I needed to discuss with him. And through the silence, a lot of these answers came. So that was really interesting. But it really made me aware of the constant noise inside my head. And also how many things we say that are actually not necessary to say, and they keep us away from really feeling what's going inside. And we distract ourselves a lot with busyness, with busy thoughts, busy action, social media, and so forth. So, I really like it when sometimes, and I say to you as well, I think I picked one day when I was doing silence where we had our meeting on Conscious World Agents as well. It was quite interesting to do a meeting that way, just having one person speaking and the other person just saying yes or writing a little bit down, but just to notice, to notice what's going on in your head and how you actually can communicate in silence. So my suggested experiment this week for people was to, for example, go from 7 o'clock at night till the next morning without social media. Just go completely off social media.
Nice.
and just feel the peace that comes inside you. It's just like, you know, this constant buzz from the social media. And that pressure also that you need to look or you need to reply or something like that. Just go off it and just experience how that is. Just maybe for 1 week, do it from 7 till 7 maybe or something in the morning. And then also don't check your emails before you go to work or before you start to work. You know, just do it when you're at work. When you say, I start at 9 o'clock, don't start at 7 o'clock already to check your emails. Don't do that. Just do what you need to do. Do your meditation or your yoga practice or walk the dog or I don't know, hoover the room. But don't go and check your emails. So that's one thing. And the other thing was try at least half a day a week to be silent. Just say to everybody, you know what, I'm not going to speak. And see how other people respond as well. But also notice what the effect is on you. And do that for a week and then just see what happens. You know, what happens with yourself. Is this helpful or not? And what do you find out about yourself? And what can you maybe change in your life that's going to be more helpful to you when it comes to how you express yourself and so forth. So one of the teachers of the lineage that I was trained in yoga, Swami Shivananda from India, he spoke a lot about the sacred mona, and he really said, you know, it also helps to control the emotion. It helps to control the anger, anxiety. You become more aware of your inner weather in that way, and you don't always have to express it verbally. What's going on inside. You can sit with it. You don't have to deny it, but you can sit with it, and things can start to transform on their own accord that way. So it's something we are not very familiar with in the Western culture. I suppose in some ways they did that before as well, but nowadays everything is just so busy. So even when you see people put their headphones on because they want to have it more quiet, they want to withdraw, but then they're still listening to sound, and it's still this disturbed sound that comes from outwards. And it can be helpful, it can be a podcast or whatever you're listening, but just put your headphones on and then have no sound on. See how that works if you go on the train home or something like that. So yeah, that was basically my post, and then I recorded a little meditation exercise as well about silence, so I will share that later on this week as well.
Nice. Yeah.
Or maybe in the weekend when we have some free time.
Yeah. And I like also what you said about when you are in the silence mode, it has influence on your whole body, your whole system. Yeah. And so it's not only for your mind, it's also your body can recover. And sometimes it's difficult when you said to yourself, well, okay, I'm not going to social media anymore for the coming 3 hours. Just look at yourself. What do you feel? How is your reaction every time? How many times do you really want to reach out for that phone? It's so funny to see how addicted, also me, sometimes. We sometimes are to grab that phone and to look at it. But it's a distraction for this inner peace. It's a distraction for that inner silence. It's a distraction for hearing the answers.
Absolutely, yeah. And like I think your exercise was also really wonderful, your experiment of, finding the answers within. But I think my post was more about just experiencing the silence. And silence is also not quiet.
No.
There's two things. People think silence is quiet, but silence is incredibly dynamic. A lot of things happen in silence. But because we are not quiet, we are not aware of it. And so when we're quiet in silence, then things start to happen.
Yeah, we had also a person who wrote a comment on this silent post. Once she was I think it was in Egypt, in the Sahara, and there she heard the total silence. Nothing was there. And that silence was really, really loud. Yeah. And it's so beautiful to see that and to read that. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we all, I think we can relate to that
Yeah.
and recognize it. So yeah, that it's an interesting topic. Now we were going to actually talk about our next week topic, but we weren't really clear yet about
No.
it. And maybe we can keep it a surprise on
Yeah.
Monday, so you can watch our post and
Yeah.
then you can see what it is. It's
Yeah,
not
we have a
really
little
clear.
bit of strange day when we talk about silence. There's a lot of distractions coming in and out, and so we were discussing about the next topic, but we didn't come to an end on that discussion.
No, because
that was
something
nice.
happened. Yeah. But that's fine. So next week we will just share with you what it will be. It will be a surprise.
But we have a few announcements for you.
Yeah, first the one from the Experience Day.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
on the 10th of July, the online version. If you want to be there, just read what people said about it. We made a little video about it. We cannot say enough how humbled we are and how amazing it is for us to see the transformation that's happening in one day with people. And
And this time it's an online version, so a lot of people, sorry did I say it, but a lot of people have excuses not to come, because I cannot come there to Bussum, or I'm too busy, or
they live abroad.
they live abroad, in France or somewhere else, and then they, but now it's online, and to be honest, the price, €54 for a whole day, 2 facilitators, a lot of experience. That's why it's called the Experience Day.
Yeah.
And again, we like it so much to have this day with you, and we're not going to tell you what you need to do. We're going to explore it together.
Yes, we're going to explore and expand your level of consciousness to the next level. So it's an amazing experience. I was speaking about it. Yesterday was I interviewed for the podcast in South Africa. A wonderful lady, Natalie White. She's an amazing woman, and she asked me to speak a little bit about the Experience Day as well. So we have some fantastic people joining us from South Africa as well. And yeah, we are just feeling, and that takes us to the next topic, that our community of conscious world agents is expanding, and we're getting the people who've done the Experience Day with us, and we have already people signing up for the 4-Leaf Clover program as well, that we're starting in September, which is a year program with us. But people who've done the Experience Day, they will become ambassadors for how to raise the level of consciousness. So not only in their own lives, but they start to have discussions with other people around this and just exploring how it is also in their environment. So we really have now decided to start a group with those people, and we've started to do bi-monthly. We'll have coffee with the ambassadors, CWA as well, online, where we explore how our journey is going. How are we expanding? What is changing in our life? What is happening? And so forth. And how can we support and inspire each other that way?
Yeah.
So that is happening. We just sent out an email to those people, and the first one is, I think, in September.
No.
June?
July the 12th.
Oh, that's after the experience.
Yeah.
July 12th, that's our first coffee with the ambassadors online, a 2-hour free session after you've done the Experience Day. Yeah. We'll go and see how it's affecting your life. So
coffee with ambassadors.
Yeah.
I like it so
Nice.
much.
Yeah.
It's,
very nice.
Yeah. And okay, Astrid, I believe you. You have no. It's not an excuse. You have a party, a marriage there.
All right. Okay. Why did you say the excuse you couldn't come?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
She lives in France.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah. And so we had our Experience Day. Join us, please, there, July the 10th. For our own community, we have the Coffee with Ambassadors, still CWA, and the next one for CWA is about leaders. It's about leaders from companies. We have our 4-leaf clover program. That's for anyone can sign up for that. But we also now have our 4-lead clover program. And what we see, what we experience when we talk with leaders of companies, it's never ever about their IQ. It's far above average. But when you talk about the emotional intelligence, and even if we go a step further to the conscious intelligence, there's something to learn for a lot of them. And that's the program what we have now for them. And it's on our website, and we don't have a date yet to start with this, but that will probably coming year, beginning. Yeah?
I suppose.
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
Because I don't know when we're going to work with that the companies who want it.
Yeah.
Because we just launched it, so we are now going to have discussions with companies around it, and directors from companies and managers and so forth, to see who find it attractive enough to work with us. And we've got an enormous amount of work done on the program, and we just feel so excited about it. Now it's about bringing it out there. So we don't really know when we're going to start yet. So it's like, we started September with the 4-leaf program, and we'll see how September is already full, I think, with so many plans.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go. Probably October, that will be the first one when we launch the first one. So I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Anything else you want to share?
No, I think this is good. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you would like to share with us? Please do.
Yeah.
So ask a question, maybe share your moments of silence. That would be nice, so that other people also can learn from that. And for now, well, I wish you a warm welcome.
For the weekend?
For the weekend, because it's already in front of your door.
I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but in any case, I just hope that you, if you know someone, if you already have done the experience day with us, that you'll pass it on, the message, that the next one is on the 10th of July. And again, Astrid, if you can manage another time, that would be great. And we just hope to see you next week, and wish you a wonderful weekend. And
well, today, tomorrow, and the day after, do a few things that you really, really like, and that gives you energy.
Yes.
That's one of the ways to raise your level of consciousness.
Absolutely. And be aware. Be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your actions, and just be kind. Be kind to yourself, and be kind to everything you need.
Nice.
All right. Okay, thanks very much for watching.
Bye-bye.
Till next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.